2009 overall record was 27-5. That was good enough for a national championship. They were 19-3 in the MPSF national semifinals. Defeated Ohio State, and for the championship they defeated USC. And the last championship before last year was in 2007. Walker has pounded off the block. Spittle will not be able to get to it, and that is a point for Hawaii. Walker will go back to serve. 6 serving 10.
It's good to see that Rick Cervantes made it back out on the court. He had
an ankle twist yesterday, tweaked it.
Yeah, I heard that he didn't practice today. They had a servant pass earlier today. He didn't practice, but he made it out for the match.
Here's Walker. Walker had 22 kills, hit 400 last night. Montgomery overpass. There's Hunt. That goes off to Falk. And climbing the press table across the way was Clark. So Hunt with a kind of a blaster. Hawaii trailing here by 3. Walker to serve. Service error. Hawaii slips back to a 4-point deficit.
I had a word with assistant coach Dan Fisher. I said, did you place any restraints on any of the Hawaii servers tonight? He said, no, we mentioned it, but we need to let them go ahead and serve tough against this Irvine team.
Clark serves, ball dug up by Hunt, and then they get confused, get the ball over the top of the net, and they kind of take the confusion and transport it to the other side. That's what happened. Brennan Dyer will be credited with the kill. It will be 8 serving 11. Dyer will serve for the Warriors. That ball shanked into the net. That save, overpass, and Hawaii able to take advantage of that. That was Rawson guarding the home Flyers right in the middle. Simmons did a good job of just playing it off the net, but that set up Rawson. So Hawaii starts to climb back here in the first game. 9 serving 11. Dyer serves. Montgomery to Spittle. Hughes hits it down the line. Umlauf. Zemyak. Umlauf. A double block was waiting for him, and he went right by the double block and found the open court.
I think there was a slight seam in this block between the two blockers, and somehow he's able to find it and go right between them.
So Hawaii now trails by 1. Serving again is Dyer. Gets it in. Montgomery, kind of an overpass, and hitting the ball down is Hunt. Again, a lot of players around the middle, around the net. But Hunt was the first one to get the power behind the ball. There you see it. This health report is sponsored by HMSA, working for a healthier Hawaii. For Irvine, all the players have reported for duty. For Hawaii, Stephen Gerges wearing a soft cast on his wrist. And so he has not been in the lineup, did not play last night, and is not playing so far tonight. Dyer, who's on a bit of a run here. We are tied at 11. And he puts it into the net. Hawaii was down by 5 early in this first game, and they have battled back. 12-11 now, Irvine. Hughes will serve. Walker, Zemyak, Walker. Long, just long.
And University of Hawaii needs to be careful. This is that rotation 6 I was talking about last night that they didn't do very well in. Last night they hit in this rotation only .567.
Hughes to serve again. 13-11 Irvine. Zemyak goes cross court. Ball is hit down by Hunt.
Now when I talk about the rotations, what I mean is normally rotation 1, the setter is right back. That's their starting point. As they rotate, as the setter comes to the middle back, that's rotation 2. Rotation 3, their left back, so on and so forth around the court.
Serving will be Zemyak. Zemyak gets it off of Montgomery. That's saved by Clark. Clark runs into the signage. The ball comes over off Rawson and also off Hunt. So both teams mishandling the ball when it was their turn. 14-12. Irvine serving to Simmons. Umlauf hits the ball right over the head of Dufault, who had the wherewithal to duck out of the way.
It's possible that ball was going to go out, but he put his hands up to protect his face because that thing was coming fast and flat right at him.
So it's 14-13 as Umlauf gets a kill. Hunt serving. And there's that big left-handed hit by Clark. Once Clark gets going, once he gets up to speed, he is a top customer. Coming up at the end of this match, a player from each team will be selected as the most outstanding, sponsored by Bank of Hawaii. 15, third period. Irvine, the biggest lead for Irvine in this first game, 5 points. Hawaii came back to tie it at 11. Serving will be Spittle. Cervantes, Zemyak. Ball is hit over by Rawson. Rawson able to register the kill.
And that's the kind of production that Hawaii's going to need out of their middle blockers, out of some of the role players out here.
Serving is Rawson from the back line. Hughes, big hit coming off of the 3-meter line.
And there's that big play that Irvine is known for. Really quick play out of the middle of the back row. If they pass well, that's going to become really effective.
16-14. Irvine by 2. One time, the ball puts it into the net. So Hawaii will serve Umlauf. 16-15. Irvine. Good guy serves it. Montgomery, Spittle, ball is put over by Dea Moore. Zemyak from his knees off of Umlauf. That's saved by Dufault. Goes to Hughes, and Hughes is blocked. Zemyak was there, and with some help.
I continue to be amazed by Jonas Umlauf's decision making when he's making contacts. Here you're going to see a nice block right off of Hughes' face. But his decision making is so good. He had 3 blockers up. He recognized it and just kind of tapped it down the line, kept the ball in play, gave Hawaii another chance to block the ball.
Umlauf serves. Spittle in the air for Hughes, and Hughes comes right back.
John Spara said of Umlauf, he couldn't believe that they tried to scout him. Usually you scout a player, if they come in at an angle and they hit one way, or they come in straight ahead and hit the other way. But Jonas Umlauf seemed to change every time he came down the court. He would hit wherever the opening was, not depending on his approach, but depending on where the block was.
Zemyak, short set. And hitting that was Dyer. So Dyer trying to catch fire right in the middle of that front row. 17 apiece in the first game, and we're right where we were last night. The way both teams have savored the competition. Serving is Walker. Waiting for it, and the ball is hit down by Simmons. So Simmons able to gather himself in the middle. 18-17, Irvine. Clark will go back to serve. Clark was saying before tonight's match, I was commenting on how well he played last night. He says, well, I've got to try to hold this ankle together, hold this knee together. puts it into the net. So as this particular match goes along, he may struggle a bit. He may not be 100%.
Yeah, well, he took a lot of swings last night as well.
Dyer to serve, tied at 18. We're in game 1. A ball dug up by Dufault and hit over by Simmons. Dufault with a nice pass that time to Spittle. Spittle set up Simmons, and the result 19-18 in favor of Irvine.
Yeah, I'm looking at last night's statistics. Carson Clark took 62 swings last night.
Hughes serves into the net and ties it at 19.
And here comes University of Hawaii's best blocking rotation. Jonas Umlauf in the front with Rawson and Hunt.